Have you ever wondered why a tortoise looks like a walking jigsaw puzzle? Long ago, tortoise shells were not rough or cracked. They were smooth, shiny, and flawless like polished emeralds. But one terrifying day, the sky began to fall, and a vain tortoise named Terry made a choice that changed history forever. Terry was the fashion icon of the savannah. Every morning, he polished his shell with hibiscus petals for hours until it gleamed under the sun. "I'm not just a tortoise," Terry bragged to the zebras. "I'm a moving gemstone." The monkeys snickered from the trees. "That tortoise loves his reflection more than helping others," they whispered. "He wouldn't save a snail if it scratched his shine." Terry didn't care. Beauty, he believed, was everything. Then came the great skyfall. A massive glowing meteorite tore loose from the stars, roaring toward the forest. Animals scattered in terror. Rabbits vanished underground. Birds fled into the clouds. But in the middle of a clearing, a family of tiny field mice froze in fear. The shadow of the falling rocks swallowed them whole. They had nowhere to run. Terry saw them. He looked at his flawless, mirror-like shell. If he stepped under that rock, his beauty would be destroyed forever. For one heartbeat, he hesitated. Then Terry made his choice. He rushed forward, slid over the mice, and pulled his head in tight. Crack! The impact sounded like thunder shaking the earth. The meteor shattered into glowing dust. But Terry's shell split into jagged ridges and cracks. The mice were safe, but Terry was devastated. He looked into a puddle and sobbed. "I'm ruined. I'm just a bumpy old rock now." Then something unexpected happened. The tiny mice climbed onto his shell. The cracks formed perfect steps. They hugged him, cheering. To them, he wasn't broken. He was a shield. From that day on, every tortoise was born with those rough ridges. They are not scars. They are the gold stitch patterns from the day a tortoise held up the sky. Terry finally understood. A smooth life may look pretty, but a rough life means you were brave enough to protect someone else. Your bumps and scars are not your ruin. They are your badges of honor. If Terry's story touched your heart, like and subscribe for more magical tales. And tell me in the comments, what is your flaw that might actually be your superpower? You're a masterpiece, exactly as you are.